All right, last time we talked about the volume of prisms and pyramids. Today we're going to talk about the surface area of prisms and pyramids. So the surface area is going to be the sum of the areas of each face. So here is a pro tip. List or draw each face and write the area next to it. That way you don't forget any. If you look at shape number 1, it's made of 6 faces. And those 6 faces are these little ones at the top and the bottom. And then we have the ones on the left and the right. And then we have, like, we could call it the front and the back. This one and then the one in the back, right? Those are the 6 faces. So I'm going to list them all by kind of just doing a little sketch of them is what I like to do. Like I have 2 little ones, the top and the bottom, and then I have the front and the back, and then I have the side and the side. I like to do it like that. So this one's going to be 8 by 5. It's like this little guy right here, and there's 2 of them. So I have that one, and then I have the one on top. And then I have in a different color, I have the left and the right, which are 15 by 5. The left and the right are 15 by 5. And there's also 2 of those. So let's see, 15 times 4 is 6, so 75. There's 2 of those. And then I'm going to have the front and the back. So I have an 8 by 15 front and an 8 by 15 back. So 8 times 15, I'm going to do on my calculator just to be sure I get 120. So the surface area is going to be the sum of the little ones, the left, the right, the top, and the bottom. I'm going to add all of those together to get my answer. So let me do that. 150. I get 470. And this is meters squared because it's area. It's like how much space would it be to paint the outside of that shape. All right, well, I didn't do a very good job of saving room for the next one. But the next one is made up of a triangle on top, a triangle on the bottom, a left, a right, and a back. Or depending on how your eyes are working today, that back might be a front, right? So the area of the triangles are 1/2 of the base times the height, 1/2 of 15 times 7. And there are 2 of those, a top and a bottom. Then the left and the right are 14 by 35. And then that back rectangle is 15 by 35. So I'm going to just find the area of each of these and then add them all up. So 15 times 7 is 105, divided by 2 is 52.5. So this is going to be a squeeze here, 52.5, 52.5. And then 14 times 35 is 490. There are 2 of those. And then there's going to be the 15 by 35 back piece, which is 525. All right, and then I'm going to add them all up. So 525 plus 490 plus 490 plus 52.5 plus 52.5 is 1,610, and it's going to be inches squared. So you're really just making a list of each face and the area of each face and adding them up. For pyramids, guess what? It's also the sum of the areas of each face. So I don't even memorize a formula or anything for surface area. If you can just remember to find the area of every side and add them up, you don't have to memorize a formula. In fact, it's the same for pyramids and for prisms. It's the same thing. You just add them all up. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me see if I can write smaller this time so I don't run out of space. This one has a rectangular face down here, the base, right? So that one's going to be 8 times 7. Oh my goodness, 7.5. And then I have 4 triangles. right? Two of them have a base of 8. And, oh, look, it made an arrow. And two of them have a base of 7.5, but they all have a height of 10. So I have 4 triangular faces. Two of them are half of the base times the height, where the base is 8. And two of them are half of the base times the height, where the base is 7.5. So the rectangular base is 8 times 7.5, and that is 60. The triangles that have a base of 8 are going to be 40, because that's like half of 8 is 4. All right, so 40. And then we have 7.5 times 10, and we're taking half of that. So the other ones are 37.5. Whoops. And we're going to add them all up. So 37.5 plus 37.5 plus 40 plus 40 plus 60 gives us 215. And it's kind of hard to read there because it's overlapping the line and it's inches squared. This last one is a triangular pyramid. So it has this bottom face, which is across from the point, right? It's the base. That triangle is half of 2 times 1.7. And then we have 3 actually identical triangles making up the other faces. And we know they're identical because of these lines right here are saying that this is an equilateral triangle. So they all have a side of 2, which means that if we just took like this one and colored it in right here, just to show you what I'm talking about, has a base of 2 and a height, it says, of 4. So there are 3 that have a base of 2 and a height of 4. These are all pretty easy to do without a calculator, because the first one's just half of 2, which is 1, and then 1 times 1.7 is 1.7, and then half of 2 is 1 times 4, so 4, 4, and 4. Going to add these up. 4 times 3 is 12, so 13.7 meters squared. So I didn't need a calculator on that one, but you definitely can use a calculator on any of these problems just as long as you show your work. But let me remind you, what I've been reminding you all year is that this is how much work I expect to see. So use a calculator if it helps you, that's fine, but this is the amount of work that I'm going to need to see for you to get full credit. Thanks for watching.